Welcome to the Gambling Parlor for the Thursday Night Football Watch Party here on Dead Money Sports. I'm your host, Jesse, and we've got the Circa lines release. And this week, we used the a Thursday Night Football game in the picks. So I have my other four, so we're going to go over those picks. We did go with the Los Angeles Chargers minus the 3 on Thursday Night Football. So that is our first play for the NFL contest for week 8 of the Circa Millions. Is that a backwards pass? So we will obviously be sweating that pick out during this game. Hopefully getting the week off to a good start. Last week, week 7, we ended our winning streak. We had 3 winning weeks in a row. Ended up going 2-3. Thankfully, we had a 5-0 and a 4-1 in that 3-week winning streak. So we bought ourselves a little bit of protection. So we're currently sitting at 20-15 on the year, 9-6 in the second quarter, without going 10-0 the next 2 weeks. I don't think we're going to hit the second quarter. Last week essentially took us out of the running for that one. I don't know if 19-6 will even get it done. I think it's going to be somewhere around 20 wins because there's a few people that are looking pretty good right now through 3 weeks, including Gridiron Gamble. I think they've gone 4-1 the first 3 weeks of the second quarter. So kudos to them. One of the podcasts that I like to follow. That they're in the Circa Million and the Circa Survivor contest. One of the members of their show lives in Vegas, so they don't even need a proxy. I think he actually is a proxy. Get him. Oh, my God, and he still got it to Jefferson. How did that happen? How did that happen? But Carson Wentz is looking like he's under duress. But, so we, like I said, we went 2-3 week 7. We're sitting at 20-15. We ended up dropping down. We're in like 500th place, but we're still right there. I mean, the 23 points is where the money begins. So we just can't. You can't compound one bad week with another bad week. So hopefully we get off to a hot start, and the Chargers can get us going here. That was I mean, they had such good plays on first and second down, and even got a hit on Carson Wentz, and he still just threw a floating duck up there and went to Jefferson. But so we've got the leaderboard here for after week 7. There's 2 people tied at 27-8. One of them is somebody that I follow on X, Potato Commish, and he's cashed in this contest before. I think he cashed in the Survivor as well, but I know he's been in the Circa, I think, since the beginning. Oh, come on, you got to make that tackle. Oh, he had him. He had him stopped for a short gain and let him get away, Jordan Addison. But it's still third down. They didn't get a first, but man, we really need him to hold him here. But so those are the standings right now for week 7. Like I said, we're in about 500th place after going 2-3, our first losing week, and it was we had 3 winning weeks in a row. And I mean, that Texans game, that was a tough watch, man. They really had every opportunity with the way their defense. Oh, get them! The way their defense played. And CJ Stroud just played like shit, man. That was just a terrible game. But yeah, so we need to tighten it up. Chargers got them in 4th down. Circa Survivor week 7. Again, there wasn't much carnage. I mean, if you're on the Steelers, you're pretty upset with 181. But outside of them, I mean, the Chargers lost 11. The Jets were 4, and then a few stragglers and the no picks. So still sitting at a little over, 4,214 entries left going into week 8. And a lot of people are believing that the Colts will more than likely be the number 1 chosen team if available to the entries because they're what, a 14 point favorite this week against the Titans. I mean, and then you've obviously got a big number with the Chiefs and the Commanders with Jaden Daniels out Monday Night Football. I believe the Chiefs are sitting somewhere between 11.5 and 12.5, depending on what books you have. So again, not a lot of really to talk about with Survivor Week 7, other than if you were on the Pittsburgh Steelers, I feel for you. And if you were on the Broncos, congratulations, you survived the one of the craziest comebacks ever to continue those 440 entries. I mean, that was something. Most of the other picks didn't really have much of a sweat. Chiefs were in command. Patriots are in command. Bears were pretty much in command. Packers, Browns, Seahawks. So, yeah, I mean, most of the games were pretty much no sweats this week. Grandissimo. Nobody was eliminated, but there was one person on the Broncos. So if they end up winning the entire $6.9 million, they better donate some of that to charity for whatever the charity of the Broncos is, because how they came back and won that game. Maybe do a double dip and give some to the Giants too. But yeah, you can deduct it on. They can deduct their charitable donation from their taxes. So you better give some to whatever the foundations are that the Broncos and the Giants represent. Bo Nix or somebody, because that was pretty incredible that they're still in this one. Same thing with the Survivor. The 440 people, if somehow one of them ends up winning a portion or all of the $18.6 million, they better donate some of that to their charities. But now we've got the lines for Week 8. And obviously we've got the game tonight, Thursday Night Football. We have the -3. It was 3.5 for most of the week. I mean, I had it in my notes at 3.5, and it moved right before the game. And I was watching the Kelly and Murray show on YouTube earlier. John Murray is one of the managers of the Superbook in Vegas, and he was saying that as of kickoff, they really needed the Chargers. They weren't but they also figured that the Chargers money line was going to be in some parlays, but they took some big bets, or at least a big bet on the Vikings. But they're on the side of the Chargers, so it always bodes well. All right, LA's got the ball, first possession. And they lose yards on the run. Nah, they're going to have to pass the ball if they're going to win this game. It's going to be on Justin Herbert for him to throw them to victory. They got to throw to open up the run. But so, yes, we are on the Chargers. -3. Oh, come on. What was that? Did he really just throw an interception for a pick six? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, that ball wasn't even close. Are you kidding me? Tell me that ball hit the ground. Who the fuck was he throwing it at? Oh, that's man, I don't know. Yeah, it looked like an interception all day. Nope. 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 I don't think so. I don't think so. That ball moves in his hands. It hits the ground and moves in his hands. I don't know. If we get away with this one, boy, that's I don't know. Either way, man, what the fuck is Justin Herbert doing, man? Nah, that ball moves. Watch the ball turn in his hand. But okay, so the Week 8 NFL contest show. The Circa Million picks for Week 8. Our number one pick is the Los Angeles Chargers -3. And we just dodged a huge bullet in this game with the Chargers throwing an interception that was returned for a touchdown in the first 4 minutes of the game, but it was just ruled an incomplete pass. It did look like when the ball hit the ground, you actually saw the ball turn to where the laces came up, meaning that the ball turned in his hand, so he lost possession there. But so our number one pick is the Los Angeles Chargers -3. Hopefully we start the week off with a win. The next pick is the Carolina Panthers +7. And they're going up against the Buffalo Bills with, it looks like, Andy Dalton as their starting quarterback. But I'm not overly concerned about Dalton playing one game, particularly against this Buffalo Bills defense with Carolina's running game, their offensive line, and the receiving core that they've got. I think they can score with Buffalo. So I'm going to take the points with the home dog here and hope that Andy Dalton has a good game. And, you know, what I've noticed recently is that when teams come back off the bye, they seem to be flat. You know, it's almost like because they're essentially on vacation. You know, some guys are going into the facility for treatment, but some guys are going on vacation. You know, they're not really putting in the time, and it takes them time to get back, in the flow of things. And I think the Panthers are really hot right now. Obviously, they've won a few games in a row. They've covered some games, a couple consecutive games. So this could be a popular side. And I know last week was the week when the public really killed it. All the more popular teams ended up covering. And Carolina could be a popular team this week. But I think they've figured it out. And at least, I think the Bills will struggle. We've seen them struggle with Saints. We've seen them struggle with other teams. And, the Panthers can get within this number, no problem. So I really think at home they're a different team. I think they're going to come out. If they take possession of the ball first, hopefully they can go down and score, because they haven't really scored a lot of points in the first quarter. But I think the only thing that could really ruin this for us is if Buffalo jumps out to a big lead early and they have to abandon the run game and rely on Andy Dalton to throw the ball around. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Canales will stick with it, and their defense has been playing well. Derek Brown's playing well. Horn, they got J.C. Horn Jr. I mean, they've got something going in Carolina, and I'm going to go with it. And hopefully they can keep it within this number. I know Buffalo normally when they win by margin, but they haven't been doing that much this year. Their defense has been susceptible, especially with this receiving core. I really think that they can take advantage of this Buffalo Bills secondary. So my second pick is the Carolina Panthers, +7. My third pick is the New England Patriots, -7. And I'm not buying into the beatdown that Cleveland put on the Dolphins last weekend. I mean, yeah, they executed, but man, that Miami Dolphins team is just a train wreck. And now they're about to face the Patriots, and everybody's talking about the Browns defense, but the Browns defense has not been the same on the road as they have been at home. And the way Drake May is playing right now, I think Vrabel's really got this team clicking. Their defense is doing well against the run, which is what the Browns are going to want to do. And if they can't run the ball, then that means they're going to have to rely on Dylan Gabriel, and I don't see it. I know he's had some good games so far in his rookie season, but now he's going up against Mike Vrabel, this Patriots defense, and if they score a few touchdowns early in this game and make the Browns have to throw the ball and not be able to rely on the run game, I really think it could get out of hand here. And I think this is going to be a more popular side. The Browns were one of the top 5 teams last week, and they got it done for everybody, covering the spread against Miami. So I think they might be a popular team again this week. People aren't really wanting to lay a big number like full 7 points with teams, and a lot of people are obviously like the Browns defense and want to back them. So I feel confident in this New England Patriots team. I think Drake May's really playing at an elite level right now, and the Patriots defense will be able to stop this Browns offense and make them one-dimensional and have to rely on a rookie quarterback to win. So I really like this spot here. Obviously, we won't find out until Saturday what the top 5 selections are, where we are. But I suspect that the Browns will be a popular team with all these big numbers and the limited amount of games we have this week with 6 teams on the bye. So I really like being on the contrarian side. Last week it didn't really pay off, but last week was that I had a feeling it was going to be the week when the popular teams were covered all the spreads, and that's what happened. But so my third pick is the New England Patriots -7. So the fourth pick is going to be the Denver Broncos -3. Now, obviously, they got shut out for 3 quarters against the Giants before staging one of the most ridiculous comebacks in NFL history, scoring 33 points in the fourth quarter and beating the Giants 33-32. I mean, but I'm willing to bet that offense that we saw in the third quarter is what we're going to see. And the Broncos defense is just playing really well. And I know I wasn't sure if I wanted to get in front of this Cowboys offense because Dak's been playing at an elite level, but he's also played against some subpar defenses. And, ooh, man, that was a bad hit. He launched himself into Herbert with his helmet. But they haven't played the kind of competition they're going to play against Denver. And I think the mobility of Bo Nix, I think, could give the Cowboys some fits. Because before Jaden Daniels got hurt last week, his mobility of being able to bootleg, get outside the pocket, and use his legs was really giving the Dallas defense some problems. And it wasn't until Marcus Mariota came in that they really started to open up the gap in the score in that game. So, yeah, I think Bo Nix and the offense found something in that fourth quarter against the Giants. And a lot of people are probably going to want to take the Cowboys because their offense has been playing well. But I'm willing to say that the Broncos defense has something for Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And this could be a high-scoring game. But I think the Broncos eventually win this game. They're at home. They got him in Mile High. It's outdoors. Watch it. Oh, throw it. Oh, my goodness, he got away. How did he get out of that? Man, they're 3rd and goal, though, man. I don't want field goals. I want touchdowns, man. Come on, Justin. But so my fourth pick is going to be the Broncos -3. And the fifth and final pick for week 8 of the Circa Million contest is the Pittsburgh Steelers +3. And this is purely, this is Mike Tomlin at home getting points. He's a home dog. These are the times when you got to back the Steelers. These are the games when they end up winning outright. I know there's going to be, oh, did he get it? Nice. Touchdown, Chargers. I know this is probably going to be the popular side because everybody's going to be but hearing the narrative of the return game of Rodgers to Green, playing against the Packers. But, the Steelers players are going to want to win this for him. They're going to want to get this done for themselves and for Rodgers. And I haven't been impressed with the Packers, honestly. I mean, they struggled against the Bengals. They struggled against the Cardinals. The Cardinals had every opportunity to win that game in the end. The Bengals kind of had an opportunity. If it wasn't for the turnovers in that game, they were scoring on this defense. The defense they can close out games when they've got the lead late in the fourth quarter. But I think the Steelers, they might create a couple of turnovers. Jordan Love had his thumb taped up at practice. Maybe something happens with that and he's out of the game. So there's a lot of factors involved in this. But, this is a Tomlin spy here. This has historically been where Mike Tomlin excels. When the market is saying that your team is an underdog at home, oh, okay. They called a penalty, but it was after the touchdown. I was going to say, don't tell me they're going to take that off and 15-yard penalty. So either putting it on the extra point or putting it on the kickoff. But Gadsden committed to something, personal foul, or he said something he wasn't. I think he said something he wasn't allowed to say, and the referee heard him. Okay, yeah, they making the longer extra point here. This is never good. Extra points and field goals have not been a sure thing this season. Interesting formation by the Vikings there on the special teams there. They lined up like four in the center and then 2 and 2 on the either outsides, forcing the outside guys to have to go out and block them. The guy kind of made it around too. But so yeah, I know this is probably going to be the more popular side. I don't know. I mean, Green Bay's a good team, so but man, Pittsburgh at home getting points. Give it to me. I'll ride with this one again. Another week where um or this is a week where we don't have as many games. There's only 13 total. It's the only reason why I'm even using the Thursday night game. And I we got to make do with the games we have, and I really didn't. I thought about using the Commanders, but I say double-digit favorites are double-digit favorites for a reason. Same thing with the Colts. It's hard to want to go with the Commanders, even though I think they're going to get back McLaurin and Debo, so that's good. But their defense has been really bad, and the Chiefs, if they're not the number one team right now, they're number two right behind the Lions. But they are definitely one of the better teams, and they are super healthy. They're actually getting guys back with Rashee Rice coming back, and some of their receivers, Hollywood Brown, that got hurt in the game one. He's been back, and all these guys are just starting to contribute. The offensive line, the whole defense is healthy. So, the Chiefs aren't known for blowing teams out, but they've been scoring, I think, like 28 points a game this year. So I didn't know if I wanted to step in front of that freight train. Same thing with the Colts. I have done well with the Colts backing them this year. I went against them once. That was the Denver game, the one they probably should have lost. Um, I went against them with the Rams too, but that was super lucky. But I've also won 2 games with them, and I really wanted to go with them last week against these Chargers, but I got talked off of it, but because of the discrepancy in the amount of bets that were being placed on the Colts side as opposed to the Chargers side. I didn't want to get involved in that game because I thought I was going to go with the Chargers, if anything, just because of that being contrarian. But like I said, last week was not the contrarian week. But so there you have it. My 5 selections for Week 8 of the Circa Million contest. We've got the Pittsburgh Steelers +3, the Denver Broncos -3, the New England Patriots -7, Carolina Panthers +7, and tonight's Thursday night game, we've got the Chargers -3, who are currently leading 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. And we will be right back with the conclusion of this line release show and the Thursday Night Football watch party. Okay, and we're back. Just needed to finish that off there. We're back for the Thursday Night Football watch party and the Circa line. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Get him. Okay. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. Oh, what am I doing? I'm tripping over here. I'm not giving my team the points they scored. Yeah, gotta stay on top of that. But so this week's lines, got him, sacked him. Ooh, and he's. I mean, Wentz is a tough guy. I will say that he's not a wuss. He's definitely a redneck, tough guy. Plays hurt, but he came into this game banged up, and he's only really playing because J.J. McCarthy wasn't ready to go, and he just got crunched. And he got up pretty gingerly on that one. He ain't even fixing his jersey. His shoulder pad's sticking out. He's definitely feeling that one. So with the Circa lines, the Jets and Bengals plus 6.5. Now I actually considered it for a moment 6.5 with the Jets. I mean, an 0-7 team. Eventually, they're going to get a win. No, I don't think anybody's going 0-17. And this is the spot, but I mean, they're missing. It looks like they're going to be missing Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. And although I kind of like the idea that Tyrod might play, he's even a little banged up. So is it fade the Bengals because they won a game with Joe Flacco at quarterback? Or do you say, you know what? Maybe they found something. And it's just hard to get behind this Jets team with the performances that we've seen from them recently. I don't know. I thought about it, and I know that there's who the hell's going to want to pick the Jets? I mean, seriously. with the way they've been playing, 0-7, the coach has been, not he's not really showing the pedigree that we thought he was coming with when he was with the Lions. And maybe what we're seeing is that maybe it was the upper part of the coaching staff of the Lions that was the real reason why that team is playing as well as it is. Because man, they look good on Monday night with a bunch of backups against the Bucs. So I don't know. Maybe Terry Glenn isn't. I don't know. It's his first year, so it's hard to be overly critical. And it's Justin Fields, who I've never been a fan of. Another Ohio State quarterback that fooled everybody in year one or had a decent year. And now he's slowly progressing downwards. So I won't be surprised if the Bengals are a popular side this week, although 6.5 is a big number. But again, we've only got so many games to choose from. I think the Jets, I think they were top 5 last week, and they were the one that lost. It was 4, and I know the top 5 were 4-1 last week, and I believe they were the one loser. Unless it was the Chargers. Niners and Texans. Free play. Come on, take a shot. Oh, nice. Oh, he dropped it. That was a free play, too. This is another one where there's, a lot of people are wanting to take the Texans. Unfortunately, I was on the Texans Monday night. We would have gone 3-2 had they gotten us to cover, or at least if they would have lost by 3 points, we could have at least gotten a half a point out of the deal. Man, it hit him right in the face. So it's hard for me to have any confidence in this Texans offense. At the same time, I also saw the performance by their defense, and although they were getting gashed in the first half of that game, they really came back, and they were the only reason why they were even remotely close to being in that game. I mean, they had 2 field goals and the fumble recovery in the end zone by the Texans defense until that last touchdown, which was more about penalties than it was the Texans offense. So I have a hard time with that. And, the 49ers, yes, they've lost some players on defense. They've also gotten some guys back on offense. And, the defense is playing well under Saleh. Saleh, he's another one of these guys that I think is a better coordinator than he is a head coach, because he's really that rah-rah, defensive coordinator type of guy. I don't think he really inspired the offense and the special teams as much as, a head coach really needs to. He wanted to be in charge of the defense and let somebody else be in charge of the offense, and the head coach has to be in charge of everything. He has to oversee the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, and the special teams coordinator. Okay. All right. They're moving the ball. Moving the ball. I like to see it. So I couldn't get involved in this game. My original first thoughts on this I had the 49ers in the 5, but I had to go away from it. I had to make choices based on the some of the other factors, but also the injury reports as they stand right now, since I was going to use the Thursday night game. Oh, that's a face mask they didn't call. But since I was using the Thursday night game, the teams that I chose were all teams that currently are in very good health. They're not missing too many key players. So that was really one of the main motivators behind my other 4 selections, with the Thursday night game being involved. Because like Bears and Ravens, I wanted to put Baltimore minus the 6.5 in my 5. I had it in the 5 originally, and I swapped them out because I'm not sure if Lamar Jackson's going to play. I think he's going to play. I hope he's going to play. I have Derrick Henry on my fantasy team. It would certainly help open up the running game if they had a qualified quarterback, especially one as good as Lamar Jackson. Hopefully Henry can have one of his big games again. The Bears defense has been living off of turnovers. Their offense has been feasting on the position that the turnovers have given them. But Caleb Williams has still been an inaccurate quarterback. And they've got some injury issues. I think Swift is going to end up playing, but as of right now, he was hurt. So I couldn't get behind Baltimore, even though I wanted to. And if they announce that Lamar Jackson is playing, I will probably have money on the game. But if I can get it still at 6.5, I don't think it's going to go any farther up. This is the number. The only way this line is really going to move is if they announce that Lamar Jackson is not playing, and then it's probably going to drop down to like a pick 'em. So I like Baltimore in this one, but I couldn't use it in the contest because I don't know who's playing quarterback, and I wasn't going to be waiting until Saturday to put the picks in. Dolphins and Falcons. I am a Falcons fan, as you can see here. We've used the Falcons 4 times this year, and we are 3-1 with them. And as a Falcons fan, there's a reason why I didn't use them last week, because I didn't have confidence in them last week to the point where I would use them in the contest. And that's how I feel about this game. Do I think they're going to beat the Dolphins? Yes, I do. Do I think they're going to win by more than 7.5? No, I don't. And the reason why is they're playing indoors in Atlanta, and if there's anything that Miami can do is they've got speed on offense. And I think they'll be able to score enough points that even though they'll probably end up losing this game to Atlanta, I think they're going to keep it close enough that they end up covering the spread. So I couldn't get involved in this one unless I went with the Dolphins, and I wasn't going to do that because that means I have to root against my own team. So I just found an alternative to using the Falcons this week. But normally that's why I don't use them. This is by far the most times I've ever used Atlanta in one contest season, and that's 4 times. But we're 3-1, and that's because I've actually believed in them each time. Oh, nice. Go, Justin, go. Nice. First down. Out of bounds. Don't get hurt. Don't get hit. Smart play. Smart play. So if you're not emotionally involved in the outcome of the Atlanta Falcons and you're looking for which side, I would take the Dolphins plus the 7.5 if I was going to place a bet on this game. If you're so implied, I would definitely be on the Miami side because the 7.5 is just too much. Too much. The red zone, Falcons red zone offense has been bad. And if they're kicking field goals, that means they're going to leave the back door open for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins, Achane and Waddle and these guys, they can break one for a long touchdown. They're capable of it. We've seen it happen before. It's just a matter of Tua having opportunity and time to get the ball out. And it looks like the Falcons might be down a couple of pass rushers this week. So they could certainly have an opportunity to score points against Atlanta. So I'm not using the Falcons, and I don't like this number. Go, Herbert. Go, Herbert. Get a first down. He got the first down. Nice. Bills and Panthers. Obviously, we are on the Panthers plus 7. So I gave my reasoning behind that. But I'll, just like Jacoby last week when we backed him with the Cardinals, Andy Dalton is a viable backup quarterback, particularly when you have a strong offensive line, a strong running game, and a good group of wide receivers to back him up. And you've got a defense that's playing very well right now. Derek Brown is nice. Another touchdown. Derek Brown has got this defense really, really playing well. He is just the anchor in the middle of that team. and I think they're going to be able to. I think they're going to be able to score with Buffalo. Because Buffalo normally, when they win by margin, and that means that with laying the full 7, um, you're saying that you think they're gonna win. They're gonna win by obviously 8 or more, but more realistically by 10 or more. And I don't know. They haven't really proven that they're that caliber of a defense, particularly. We know their offense can score, but can they shut down this Carolina offense that's been playing so well the last couple of weeks? This could end up being a popular side for in the contest. It could certainly be top 5 or at least top 6 or 7. But I'm willing to go with it here. We'll see what happens. I may have. I know we've been on Carolina a couple times this year. I got off the train. Hopefully, I didn't get back on too late, and they're able to get it done for us. But I feel like 7 is way too much with a team that has an offensive line like they do, and a defensive line like they do, that's playing well. Remember, the first couple of weeks of the season are now considered the preseason for most teams. So we really got to wipe away like the first 3 weeks of data and start from like week 4, 5, and 6, and you know what I mean, move on up from there because of the way that these teams, the way they do their preseasons now. Most of the starters aren't getting much time. There's not a lot of game reps as a unit. Giants and Eagles. I really didn't consider either side of this game as a viable option because I would have had to go with the Giants plus the 7.5. But it really feels like the Eagles are the right side here, and I don't know. Obviously, they played a couple weeks ago on Thursday Night Football, and the Giants won outright by like 17 points. There was a bunch of turnovers in that game. It was Thursday Night Football, which is always funky. I'm sure the Eagles, they've definitely got Philadelphia's attention now, and this is in Philly, so Jackson Dart isn't going to have the benefit of the home crowd on his side. Philadelphia is a very passionate fan base. I believe one of the players told Jackson Dart to stay close to the sidelines because the fans are going to let him hear it all game, especially if he makes a mistake. But I don't know. This number just seems a little. It was 8.5 for the Thursday night game. Now it's 7.5 on the road for the Giants. Just seemed like a big number for Philly to cover, so I would have to be on the Giants in this one, but I could see Philadelphia. I mean, if they do win and cover this spread, the Eagles, that is, it won't be by much. I don't see this being a blowout. The Giants' defense is actually pretty good. Browns and Patriots, we are on the Patriots minus the 7. I said why. I think the Patriots are going to make the Browns one-dimensional. They can stop the run. They're going to make Dylan Gabriel try to beat them, and I don't think he can. The way Drake May's playing right now, he's got their offense clicking. The running game is starting to get back into shape, and their special teams are always good. And I think Vrabel's going to have something for the Browns. And a lot of people saw that Browns game against Miami, but I'm not putting a whole lot of he almost fumbled that. I'm not putting a whole lot of stock in the outcome of that game against Miami. Miami basically quit that game. They didn't want anything. They didn't want to be there. They didn't even want to be in Cleveland. Like when the weather turned crappy, they were like they wanted to be on the plane and flying back to Miami. So I think right now the Browns are about to go up against a real team in New England, and we're laying the 7 with them in the contest. Bucks and Saints. Saints were one of the last teams to make the cut, and it was 4.5. The line in the contest is 3.5, and I didn't want to take that bad number. I wanted the full 4.5. And the fact that they put it at 3.5, it does say something, though. What it says is that the sports books believe that the line is going to be 3.5 when the the lines close when the game starts, because that's why they have it at 3.5 in the contest when it's 4.5 in the market right now. But I don't know. I have too many questions about the Saints and whether or not, I don't know what kind of a performance you're going to get from the Bucs offense. Are they going to play like they did against the Lions in their backup defense, or are they going to play like they have in games prior? We know the Saints, they've played better at home. Spencer Rattler's played better at home. He struggled in Chicago with the 3 interceptions and a fumble. I know because we were on the Saints last week. And that's what also gave me pause. And the fact that they're all these rumors about guys getting traded, that can't be great for morale in the locker room. You know, you can't really feel good about going to work every day when they're talking about whether or not you're going to be traded. Oh my goodness, what a catch and throw. 3rd and 5, and man, good coverage, but it was just a nice throw. And Wentz is shaking out his hand. Ugh. If the DB would have just looked back, he probably could have knocked it down. Oh, he did touch the ball. Jefferson just caught the bobble. No. That's why he's one of the best. He's on my fantasy team. I still started him, even with him being in, me being on the Chargers. I was like, there's no way I'm taking Jefferson out of my lineup. He was my number 1 pick. I had the 6th or 7th pick, I don't remember, but he was my first selection in fantasy. So yeah, and as long as he's healthy, he's in my lineup. I don't care what team I'm on. So, but the Bucs and the Saints, though, like I said, I eliminated the Saints as one of my last selections. And if I were, oh yeah, he did hit. Wentz hit the helmet of Khalil Mack, and it's his throwing hand too, and you can tell he hurt his thumb. He keeps grabbing his towel. Ugh, too much room for Jefferson. You can't give him that much room. I would have to be on the Saints here. And I might have to place that bet at 4.5, seeing as how Circa's saying that they think it's going to be 3.5 at closing, because it is only Thursday when putting this out. Titans plus 14 versus, the Colts minus 14. I almost put the Titans on the card, but I was like, why? I always say double-digit favorites are double-digit favorites for a reason. It's harder to lay 14 or lay a double digits than it is to take double digits with the bad team. But I don't know. I figured why use that game when there was other options that I liked better. I really don't have much of an opinion on this game because I don't want to give out the Titans because I don't really feel confident enough, or I would have put them on the card. But at the same time, the Colts I think the spread has gone up like every week. Oh, get that. Oh, man, and he almost caught it. The spread has gone up every week. Like you know what I mean? The Colts have been a bigger favorite every week the last 3 or 4 weeks. And now I think it's just overblown. I would have liked to have seen it at 14.5 because that's what it was in the market when I was originally looking at it. Yeah, I wrote too many injuries for the Titans, though, too. They got a lot of guys on their defense backed up, including Jeffrey Simmons, who's the guy he's the key to stopping the run if they're going to even have a chance at stopping Jonathan Taylor and this offensive line. Come on, 3rd and 8. Get off the field, Chargers. Come on. All right, 4th down. Are they going to go for it? Or are they going to try a field goal? They're going to try a field goal. Come on. Miss it. 54-yarder. Did he hook it? No, he got it. It started to curve, and then he swung it inside the pipe. All right. Vikings got their first points of the game. They had to settle for a long field goal, though. Now we need Herbert and the offense to go down, score a touchdown, and use up a big chunk of the clock. So I don't really have an opinion on this Titans-Colts game. I'm sure it won't be very popular just because people don't like laying big numbers, and they certainly don't like taking big numbers with really bad teams. And the Titans have, if not the Jets, the Titans are probably the worst team in football right now. Cowboys and Broncos. We are on the Broncos minus the 3. I think that they found something with their offense with the Broncos, and their defense is really good. A lot of people are going to probably be on the Cowboys with the points because their offense has been good, but their defense has been bad. I think Bo Nix and his ability to scramble is going to fluster the Cowboys, but I also think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be low-scoring, and I believe the total is one of the higher, if not the highest, one of the week. It's 50.5, so they're expecting points, but I'm going to go with the Broncos here. And I mean, it's 3. This game could end on 3, but I just think the defense for the Broncos is going to have enough to limit Dak, and as well as he's been playing. I think this is the best defense he's faced so far. And the Broncos offense, I think, is going to be able to exploit this very bad, very porous Cowboys defense and get the cover for us. Another game we're on is the Packers-Steelers. We are on the Steelers. I said this is a classic Tomlin spot. Home dog, getting 3 points. Aaron Rodgers, obviously the narrative in the media is going to be that he's playing against his old team, the Packers. But he went to the Jets first. He's been gone a couple of years. Yes, he did spend the majority of his career there, but he's been gone now a while. So I don't know how much that's going to really affect it. But I do believe that the other Steelers players, they're going to want to get this one for him. They're going to want to, help the old man get a win against his former team. And like I said, this is purely a Tomlin rah moment here, coming off the loss. This is when Tomlin is at his best. This is why he always has a winning season, why he's never had a losing season, because these are the games that he wins. You're going to hear that Renegade song. They're going to have the terrible towels going. And I haven't really been too impressed with Green Bay. I mean, we were on the Cardinals. Ooh, don't fumble. We were on the Cardinals last week because the Packers, they struggle. Their offense hasn't looked great. Jordan Love's kind of banged up. He's had a bandage on his thumb all week. I mean, he's practicing and everything, but he's one bad throw off a helmet like Wentz just did from, maybe potentially being out of the game. And I don't know. I just think that the Steelers are going to show up. They're at home. And this is another game that could end on 3, get us a half a point. But this is just a rah-rah Mike Tomlin game that I had to take it. With the, there we go, Herbert. Oh, wide open, Gadsden, wide open. Take it, go, go, go. With the limited amount of games again, I did, obviously I didn't want to be involved in the next game, the Monday night game, the Colts game. That's 2 down right there. I'm not going to go with the Falcons game. So that's 3 games. I'm down to 10 games. I got to pick 5 of them. I mean, I had to use Thursday night as one of my choices simply because out of the 10 options I had, it was one of the top 5. Normally I don't use Thursday night because of the requirement of submitting all 5 picks at once. And then the final game is Washington and Kansas City. It's hard to get in front of this Chiefs offense with as well as they're playing. I don't think Marcus Mariota is going to play as bad as he looked against the Cowboys last week. He's gotten some time playing already this year, and he did well. You know, he's certainly serviceable. He's athletic. He can use his legs. You're getting Debo Samuel and McLaurin back, which is certainly going to help their offense. I just don't trust their defense, especially their secondary. Like Lattimore, man, he looks like he's just uh, he's not the Lattimore of old, you know, and that obviously he's been in the league a while now, so no surprise there, but they've got a bunch of guys out on the defensive side for Washington, which could, you know, give Patrick Mahomes more time to pass, and they've been pushing the ball downfield. I believe they've been scoring around 28 points a game, but, you know, that's a lot of points. The total for this game is sitting right around 48, 47 and a half. So to think that the Chiefs are going to win by at least 13 points and the total's only at 48, let's say, you're essentially saying that the Commanders aren't going to score more than 20 points, and I don't think so. So I might be on the Commanders in the market, but they didn't make the card. They were in the... Oh, the referee got hit. Did he get hit with the ball, or did he run into a player? Checking his teeth. That's never good. Man, they're checking my man's teeth out. I guess he's going back in. He's a tough guy. Oh, when the guy was running on the field, he got hit by the player. That happens quite a bit. You see the referees get banged into by guys when they're doing their marking the ball and all kinds of stuff. Oh, they got Herbert with a sack. Shit. Yeah, he almost fumbled there. Yeah, now it's 2nd and 17. Damn. Oh, and they're running a screen pass, and they blew that up. 3rd and 17. Just don't lose any more yards. At least you'll have an opportunity for a field goal attempt. Get it back to a two-score lead there. All right. All right, come on, Dicker the kicker. One of the more accurate kickers in the league. .49-yarder. Oh no! Oh no! It curved out. Fuck. That was a bad snap. The Oh man. Damn. Damn, that sucked. Man, that sucked. Man, that's brutal. That would have put us back up by 14 points. Instead, they get the ball at the 39. I mean, you essentially just gave them new life. Holding on the offense. All right. So it's going to be second and long. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll still be having the or the selection release show on Saturday in the college football watch party. Oh, and Justin Jefferson with another big game. Still third down though. We just, obviously won't be releasing the picks on Saturday, which I might have to start doing the earlier release of the picks just so you can get them. And obviously, if I make any changes, I'll announce it on Saturday. I'll release my picks on either Thursday, probably Thursday. And then if there's any tinkering that needs to be done, we'll do it Saturday before the actual submission deadline. Nice. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, man. Uh-oh, and Wentz is really hurt now. He's holding his other arm. He looks hurt. I mean, like I said, he's a tough guy, man, but he was already hurt. Oh, he was already hurt before the game started. Oh, when he goes to knock it down, something happened when he went to knock it down because he immediately went to favoring his left arm, and that's where the brace is. I don't know if he's coming back for the second half, but 4th and 2, and they're gonna punt it on their side of the 50. So no harm, no foul. And the Chargers have an opportunity to put some more points on the board before halftime, so hopefully they can get another touchdown here. Because if the Vikings, if he's hurt to the point where he can't play in the second half, their third string guy's coming in. I think he's like a rookie. Yeah, he's hurting for sure. Like I said, Wentz is a tough guy. He's a tough guy. Holding on the Chargers. If there's anything that Wentz is, he's redneck tough. Because I've seen him take some shots when he tries to make one of those ridiculous plays where he holds onto the ball forever. Let's see how he's doing. So Justin Jefferson, he's got 10.5 points so far. 5 receptions, 55 yards. Doing all right. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I picked up Gadsden because I had Darren Waller and Brock Bowers, or no, Trey McBride. I'm sorry, and Trey McBride's on the bye week, and Darren Waller went on IR. I think he might be done for the year. So I dumped him, and I grabbed Gadsden, and Gadsden's having a great game. 18 points, 18.7 points right now. Damn. I need another win. I am 4-3 right now in my fantasy league. I'm on a 3-game win streak though. I had to stop sitting my guys who were playing for teams that I was betting against because damn, they're starting so far back. I was screwing myself by benching guys that I knew were going to have good games. All right. Wentz looks like he's back. He's holding the iPad. Whatever the problem was, I don't know if they did the Mr. Miyagi, hands together, rubbing them. He's still stretching it out, though. Again, he's a tough guy. I won't deny that. And he'll play hurt, especially right now, because he's essentially playing for his job. I mean, the guy's been like 1 year contracts everywhere. And again, make sure you're following me on X at Dead Money Sports. I released. Oh, nice first down. They don't have to give him back the ball at least. I released the Chargers pick before the game started on social media because I knew that the stream was going to start, and I knew I was using the Thursday night game as one of my selections, so I released it early. So again, make sure you're following me on Dead Money Sports, or follow me on X at Dead Money Sports, and hit that like and subscribe button. It would certainly help me out. There's features to YouTube that I can't access until I get 1,000 subscribers. So, Herbert. Oh, nice. There we go. At least they're moving the ball now in 2-minute warning. If anything, at least they're not going to give it back to Minnesota and, let them score before the half. But maybe if I cash again, because you want to know what's crazy? I had the YouTube channel. I had just started it. It was the first year when I cashed in the Circa Millions III, but I wasn't on social media at the time for reasons of my own personal beliefs. And it wasn't until they were put under new management that I decided that I would go back on what is now X, Twitter, whatever. So the entire time when I'm going 5-0, 5-0, 5-0, and then 3-2 to win the first quarter and ended up finishing in 53rd place, I had no social media presence. So if you didn't know me by YouTube, you would never know. You would have never known that I had the channel. And I actually deleted my social media accounts. So the ones I have now, I think it says I think it's 2002 or whatever is when my Dead Money Sports was created new. The ones I had before, I got rid of. I deleted them off of Twitter. Out to the 50. You got to slide though, Justin. I know you're a big guy, but damn, I don't want you to tear up your leg or something. Get down. Get rolled up on there. There he goes again. I think he led their team in rushing last week too, and I think he is the leading rusher of the team. Which Patrick Mahomes, I think, is the leading rusher of the Chiefs too. So, you know, what's good for them is good for them. Timeout. But you never want your quarterback to be the leading rusher for your team, even if it's Lamar Jackson, because you don't want those guys getting hurt, man. It's like Lamar Jackson. I hate the fact that he never slides. He doesn't like know how to slide because he's running forward, like he's leaning forward he doesn't seem like he ever played baseball where he learned how to slide into the base. And he would have been like the Ricky Henderson of whatever baseball league he was in. No way you would have been able to stop him from stealing bases. Oh, no. Well, at least it wasn't too bad. I'm sure it didn't feel good because I imagine it's not 100%, but he's a strong guy. Nice. Oh. Incompletion to Keenan Allen. Punch this in for a touchdown, boys. Come on. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. Touchdown! Lad McConkey. Lad McConkey. .45 seconds left. Minnesota's got all 3 timeouts, so it's definitely not beyond the realm of possibility that they could score before the half. I believe the Chargers get the ball. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Minnesota was the first one to have the ball, so they get the ball coming out of the locker room. Nice. Punch it in there, Dicker. That's a much better snap. And he made it. All right. Now we just need the defense to hold them. Don't let them score. Don't let them do anything before the half. Really put your foot on their throat when you come out for the second half. Mm-hmm. What a difference getting their offensive lineman back has made. Just Justin Herbert just having that little bit of extra time to read the defense. Because he's been standing tall. I mean, he's took off and run a couple of times, but that was, at the end there. And when they're playing man-to-man and everybody's got their backs turned to him, why not? He can certainly run the ball. Oh, what was that? kicked it right into the back of his own man. That's going to the 40-yard line. What the fuck kind of kick was that? Yeesh. Right, it's definitely got to go to the 40. Yeah, failed to reach the landing zone. He was trying to do something funky. Yeah, that's when you top your golf ball and you drive it right into the ground. It doesn't even make it past the ladies' tee box. Yeah, they definitely have an opportunity to score now, especially with Justin Jefferson. Come on, Chargers defense. You've been playing great for... Ugh, and there he is. Or no, that was Addison. Get him. Nice. Another sack. And now they might be out of field goal range. All right, come on, defense. Make a play. Do not lose number 18. Still fourth down, though. And it's fourth down. You're going to get a field goal try. No good. Short. He had the accuracy, he just didn't have the distance, and you know, it's It's one of those situations where it's the fire drill. You got to get on there. They got it off. He got it online. Just didn't have enough leg. But all right, we are going to take a quick break for halftime, and we will return for the second half of the Thursday Night Football watch party. Oop. Shit. Isn't that what I wanted to do? about to get the second half of football underway here at the NFL gambling parlor. Here on Dead Money Sports. Chargers have the ball, up 21-3. We are using the Chargers -3 as one of our selections for week 8 of the Circa Million contest. So, certainly happy with the results so far, but we are a long ways away. Nice. This was a week in the millions where there was a limited number of selections for the games you want to choose from. I didn't want to choose the Falcons because although I want my team to win, and I think they will win, I think 7.5 points is too much. They've struggled in the red zone. I would take Miami, like I said, so I couldn't use them. I didn't want to use Chiefs and Commanders because that big spreads just got me confused. Same thing with Titans and Colts. There was a brief moment where I considered using the Titans, but I wanted the 14.5 and them making the line 14. I don't know. There's a reason why teams get double digits as a favorite, and I didn't want to step in front of that freight train. I've bet against them twice, I think, and won and lost one with Denver, and I've won with them a couple times this year. The Colts were one of my teams I thought to use last week and didn't use them. No gain on 2nd and 1. All right, come on, Chargers, don't give them hope. Keep your foot on the throttle. You know Harbaugh's got some good running plays drawn up. But so, yeah, there was only so many games to choose from. This is like last week. A lot of the and he put that guy in he put that defender, I think it was Harrison Smith, and they put him in a bad spot. It was either Herbert was going to run it for the first down or he had to come up and try to stop Herbert, and he just dumped it off to the running back. First down, Chargers. That was a great play design there because he had no choice. Yeah, he takes the quarterback and just hope. You just got to hope that it's an incomplete pass at that point. And Chargers get the first down. I mean, look at the spreads this week as compared to last week. Oh, we had 5 games of where the spread was -1.5. I think there was only one double-digit favorite last week. And now you've got 2 double-digit favorites. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of 7 or more. 2 of them at 6.5. So, because a lot of the public favorites won last week, you see the sports books are definitely setting the lines a little bit more, where you either gotta really believe the favorite's going to win by margin, or the underdog is not as bad, because we got some ugly matchups this weekend. Ugly matchups. There's not a great slate in the in college football this weekend either. We've got the watch party on Saturday, and we've got number 3 Texas A&M taking on number 2? Who is it? Timeout. Oh, yeah, number 3 Texas A&M versus number 20 LSU in the late window. We've got Michigan State, which is going to be a good game. Number 25 Michigan State. They always play each other tough. But there's some earlier games that are pretty good. Alabama, South Carolina, Missouri, Vanderbilt, BYU going to Iowa State. That's always a tough place to play. I don't think we got the Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Got some good games this weekend. But we'll have the parlay, so be sure to follow on X at Dead Money Sports. On Friday, I'll release the parlay for the college football watch party on Saturday, along with the picks release show or the selections release show. We'll get to see where we're at. I think Carolina +7 might be popular. I don't know if people are going to want to get in front of Buffalo, but this is a tough week. Look at these lines on this for the contest this week. What are you doing, Justin? Throw it. Okay. Did he hit him? 4th and 2. They got to go for this, man. Double A gap blitz there. He should have stayed in the pocket. All right, come on, Dicker. Another bad snap, but he makes it this time. All right. But look at these lines, man. I mean, you're either saying they're going to win by a touchdown or more when we know that 3 is the most common amount of points, differential between the winner and loser. So when you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 games out of 13 where you're saying they're going to win by more than one score. And in the other, we got 1, 2, 3 games right on the key number of 3. There's only 1.5, and that's the 49ers and Texans. And that's a weird matchup. You've got a bad offense against a beat-up defense, an injury-plagued defense, and then you've got a pretty good offense against a pretty good defense with 49ers offense, with them getting some of their guys back from injury against that Texans defense, which is good. There's no doubt about that. They commit too many damn penalties, though. They got to clean that shit up, or they're never going to be a very good team. Yep, hang on. Man. The options this week. I mean, then you got what? Bucks 3.5. So you're saying over a field goal with that game. 3, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 7, 7.5, 7, 3.5, 14, 3, 12.5. There's no gimmies this week. Good luck on the 49ers Texans because I went back and forth on that one. I could not back that Texans offense after the performance I saw. Oh, that's a hold. That's coming back. That's coming back. For sure. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. So who's the best team right now in the NFL out there? Who is the best team? Is it Kansas City? Is it Detroit? Wouldn't that be an interesting Super Bowl? It should have been the Super Bowl a couple of years ago when they lost to the 49ers. They were way ahead and the fourth down conversions and shit and didn't go their way and the tip pass and everything in that game. I remember because I had my pick was the Lions and they didn't even cover the spread in that game. They ended up not even covering and they were ahead. Mm. All right, they got him in second and long again, which is not where you want Carson Wentz to be. Aaron Jones has not had a good first game back from injury. Get him. Oh, damn, little screen pass, and he got just the right kind of blocking. Just when I say he hasn't had a good game, he goes and does that. Flag, holding, bring it back. Mm. Guess that explains why he had such a open rushing lane there. Oh, I don't know if that was a hold. I couldn't see from the other side if he wrapped his arm around him or not, but I didn't see him grab his jersey, so oh, he was open. You're a sec. The tight end dropped it. But so there's Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator for the Chargers. He seems like he's going to be a hot commodity starting next year for head coaching positions. I don't know if he'll go directly to the NFL or maybe if he's uh, becomes a college coach. More than likely, he'll be an NFL coach. All right, third down. Let's go defense. Get him. Get him. Nice. Another sack. Oh, and right on that bad shoulder again. Yeah, Carson Wentz is just under duress, man. Khalil Mack. So not only does he, it was 3rd and 5, you could potentially go for it there, but he loses all that yardage. Oh, that. Oh no, he didn't grab the face mask. Oh shit. Come on, LA. Keep the keep the pedal down. I love how they've got the actors from The Office essentially portraying the roles that they played on The Office, but they're not really, so they don't have to like pay royalties or whatever as their characters on The Office. But everybody knows them as the characters from The Office. Hmm. Feeling good. Feeling fine. Well, we're looking good. And it's always tough, too, to like use the Thursday night games. Um, I know in the Survivor, the last 3 weeks have been just brutal. They've, wiped out pretty much the biggest amount of picks each week on Thursday night games. So I highly doubt that this game here was a very popular one because it was only a 3 point spread, which means, it's a coin flip game almost. It's a field goal game, is what they're predicting, one way or the other. And, there's just that hesitancy, but also the three underdogs have won, which was another factor on why I was interested in using the Chargers this week. Them being the home favorite, but it was only 3. It wasn't a big number like the last couple of games have been. Whoa, that's crazy. Did he intercept it? Wow. What a terrible throw, man. What are you doing, Justin? What are you doing? He's played so good all game, and then he goes and does that shit? I mean, it got tipped, but still. Damn. Man, that's definitely an interception. Damn. You just gave him great field position. I mean, it was just, there was nothing there, though. I mean, I know it was a tip pass, but the guy was right in his face. All right. Short gain on first down. They're essentially in 4 down territory because I don't know if you kick a field goal here. What would a field goal do? Come on, sack his ass again. Oh. Hawkinson. Man, what a turn of events that interception is now. I mean, you just basically gave him 7 points. They're at the 20. They were started at the 25-yard line. Get him. Go. Go. They're calling it a fumble. Yeah, he's going to be gassed, though. Yeah, now that DB is going to be spent. But it's second down and long, second down and goal, right? From the 15. And they've got to score touchdowns here. I mean, Justin Jefferson is obviously the guy you're looking at. You can't let him get loose. But that's Carson Wentz for you. He'll try to throw that ball any which direction he can if he thinks he can get somebody. All right. Shut it down there. Third down. Yeah, he is really good. Khalil Mack's really good. Like when he's not in that defense, you notice the difference. He really is a game wrecker. He's one of those guys who just has tremendous strength. You know, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he just moves people. Yeah, don't let him scramble around and don't commit a penalty. Nice. Fourth down. I think you almost have to kick the field goal now. Yeah, with the distance and goal, fourth and goal, you got to try to get some kind of points out of this, out of that fucking interception. Great play by the defense there. Great way to bend, way to do the quick change. Yeah. And the field goal is good. 24-6. So we are in good shape right now. Oh, damn. Why does it always do that? No. Chargers can't have some bonehead play like that last one now. And calm down, play their game like they were before. Go down here and get some points. Use up a bunch of this clock. By the time the Vikings possess the ball again, it should be the fourth quarter. They're going to go for it now? So it's like 4th and 11 still. 9-yard line. Damn. All right, let's take the points off the board. Come on, let's go. Make a play. Big Mac. You know it's going to be Jefferson. Jefferson or Hawkinson are the two guys you got to really watch out for down here. The two biggest guys, you know. I mean, I know Addison's great, but come on, get his ass. Get him. Nice. No points for you, Carson. What? Come on now. You can't give him this bailed out fucking illegal contact or some shit. You got to pick that shit up. You pick the other one up. That's soft as fuck. That's pretty soft, man. All I can say is that they're trying to keep this game competitive for television. Of course. Of course. How could this come back to bite me, huh? Hmm? It goes from 24 to 3, 24 to 6, back to 24 to 3, and they had him, and they call that soft ass illegal contact. I don't know how you bail them out on 4th down like that. All right, well, the offense has got to capitalize. I mean, they fucking threw the interception at the 25-yard line. I mean, the fact that they were almost able to bail them out of not giving up no points was a feat in itself. All right. I mean, it's hard to, blame Herbert because it was a tipped pass, but at the same time, I mean, he was in a bad position to even be trying to throw that ball. Let's see what he does. Certainly looked like a false start or offsides on the defense. I mean, they can't be afraid to throw the ball after that interception because they were carving him up before, and it was just a lucky play. Ah, 3rd and 8. Yep, here it comes. They got to make sure that these games aren't blowouts because they don't want people changing the channel. Yep, Derwin James is out. All right, get that first down. Nice. What's the flag? Oh. So they'll take the play then. Yeah. All right. Get that clock running. Yeah. I mean, if they're going to call that one down in the end zone, then you can't let him be riding that guy like that. All right. Nice, nice, nice running play. Was that Vidal? Yeah. Over the 50-yard line. Mm. False start. 1st and 15. All right. Another big run. Another first down. Don't drop it. Another big run. They tried to strip it though. He was going for that ball. He's having himself a game. All right. Nice gain on first down. Mm. No gain on 2nd and 5. Now they're third down. Come on now. Like I said, they shouldn't give him the ball back until it's at least the fourth quarter. They got to get this first down on 3rd and 5. Go, Justin. Go. Go. Nice. First down. And that should take us to the fourth quarter. Wristband flopping in the wind. All right. Fourth quarter. Gonna put the fours up. Put the fours up. Steak nuggets, huh? Okay. This is looking good. We are looking good. There's always a risk involved with using the Thursday night games in the contest. One is the obviously the injuries to the players of the other teams that you're picking because there's still practice time and illnesses and off the field issues and all kinds of things that could pop up that could affect the players on the team. But there's also the there's a feeling of it demoralizes you a little bit because you obviously want to go 5-0 every week. We really need to go 5-0 after going 2-3 last week to make up for the points we lost out on by not having a winning week. Because, like I said, you want a minimum of 3-2. 3-2 will just keep you where you are. 4-1, 5-0 will move you up. And right now we're in about 500th place, so. All right, slides down, keep the clock going. Second down. Very smart. Very smart play by Herbert there. Mm-hmm. That's Harbaugh football right there. He loves having that big athletic quarterback. Four minutes and 36 seconds so far. There we go. Get in that end zone. Oh, I thought if he cut back, he had it. But he's got a first down, first and goal inside the, was it 2 yard line? Yep, 2 yard line, first and goal. Nope. Stuffed him that time. It was kind of predictable that they were going to give him the ball again, give him an opportunity to score. Oh, man down. Man down on the Vikings. Oh, Grenard. You don't want to lose him. Even for the rest of the game, you don't want to lose him. He's a key part of their defense. They're already missing Van Ginkel. Oh yeah, rolled up on as always. It's always the people who get rolled up on that get the worst of it because they're planted. But one of the benefits of using the Thursday night game is you know that there's not going to be very many selections on either side because the vast majority of people um, don't like to use the Thursday night game for the same reason. You have to put all five of your picks in, and they choose to try to wait to get as much information as they can on the other games that they like. My what the biggest factor that went into me going and using a Thursday night game is because the teams that I was uh, picking along with this one, their injury reports were clean. Like they had barely any guys that were on it, and the ones that were like questionable. So a lot of it is just rest and getting ready for the they call time flag. Too many men on the field or something. 12 men defense. Yeah, 12 men on the defense. Whoopsie. Half the distance to the goal. Yeah, you can't play with 12. 1 yard line. Second and goal. There it goes. We're going to call false start. Ah, come on. Herbert was in there for the touchdown too. Yeah, not much. What did he do? Breathe? Touchdown. All right, way to answer back for that interception that cost your team 7 points. All right, Dicker. What's good about this is it makes their offense essentially one dimensional, but I mean they've got some guys, man, that can stretch the field and shit. The Chargers have been all over Wentz. I I I originally had thought about using Minnesota when my first it was when it was 3.5, but I can't with Wentz. He's burned me too many times before. Just when you think he's got it under control, he starts getting crazy. Oh no, he dropped a pizza. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it'll get flagged for that music being in the background from that commercial, but I like that commercial. It was good. All right. 12 minutes and 42 seconds in the fourth. 31-10. Hmm. All right. Minnesota with the return. About the 26-yard line. It seemed like a false start on the tackle, but okay. Maybe he just timed it perfectly. Oh, interception. Beautiful. Thank you, Wentz. Nice. That's perfect. Perfect. He's not right. Wentz is playing banged up. He's not right. How many survivor entries on the Vikings and the Chargers this week? Again, with it being Thursday night and with the carnage we've seen on Thursday nights the last 3 weeks, I mean, 181 is 181 when you've made it this deep into the thing, but the other weeks were really brutal. Um, I don't think there's going to be more than 75 on the Chargers and maybe 50 on the Vikings. I don't think there'll be very many on either side this week. It was a essentially an equally matched contest, at least on paper. Hang on. Had to get my dinner out of the oven. You can see it's steaming down there. Swedish meatballs. All right. Just protect the ball. Work that clock. Get first downs. Nice. Another first down. The cutback for Vidal has really been working for him. The counter play. And they've been, the cutback lane has just been wide open. Mm-hmm. Just protect that ball. There it is. Put two hands on the ball. Like to see that. And you know Harbaugh loves it. Ooh, okay. Well, he broke on. Turned a loss into a no gain. I mean, that was a hell of an effort there. They were blitzing on that play there. Hopefully, hopefully it's nothing serious with Derwin James, and he'll be able to be back soon. Whoa, that's a face mask. Yeah, that was a face mask all day. Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to go back to JJ McCarthy once they after their next game. He should be healthy by then. Wentz is he's beat the shit and he's not any good. Nice gain on first down, 4 yards. Clock just keeps ticking, keeps ticking. This is Harbaugh football right here. Look at that. 62 plays to 37, 28 first downs to 9 in favor of the Chargers. Harbaugh loves that. Ball control, working the clock. I think it was when he was with Michigan. Oh, sacked him. Damn. He lost third down. He ran the ball like, I think it was like 14 or 15 plays in a row. Didn't throw it. Just run, 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 run. You know he was loving it every time they called another run play and they got another first down. All right, third and 14. Don't lose any more yards because you're still in field goal range. You lost 7 yards on that sack. There you go. Run the ball. Nice gain. Fourth down. Here comes the kicker. Whoa, they almost blocked that. They almost blocked that. Oh. Mm. 7 minutes, 24-point lead. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're going live and when the NFL Contest Show uploads. If you weren't able to watch the earlier live stream, the NFL Contest Picks portion is available. We got the scroll here with our 5 selections. One of them is the Los Angeles Chargers -3. That's why I released all 5 on Thursday. Gonna be some partying going on in LA tonight. There's a party going on every night in Los Angeles somewhere. Let's check this out real quick. So Herbert's only thrown the ball 25 times, and they've run the ball 37 times, with Herbert running it for seven attempts for 62 yards. So he's really contributed to their rushing overall. Damn near 200 yards. Not bad. All right. Minnesota with the ball at their own 35-yard line. And they kicked it into the end zone. And they throw a wide receiver screen to Jefferson for 2 yards. At this point, you just want to get out of here without getting anybody hurt. Like, that's their. At this point, you just need to, protect your key guys. I mean, there's 4 scores. All right, well, 24 points. I guess you could do 3 and 3 2-point conversions. But still, in 6 minutes, Carson Wentz is incomplete, 3rd and 8. Yeah, he's wincing every time he throws the ball. He definitely ain't playing the next Vikings game. Third and 8, incomplete. And Wentz is down again. And he gets back up. Are they going to go for it on 4th and 8 with their quarterback completely hobbled? Guess you have to. Incomplete. Mm. He keeps falling on that arm. That's what it is. Well, the Chargers are going to have the ball again in great field position. We're looking really good right now. Is this stuff cool enough? Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Falcons against the Colts and Commanders against the Dolphins. I mean, the Falcons Colts game could be a good one. You got Bijan and Jonathan Taylor. And you've got two good defenses. Yeah, they got it at the 36, 37 yard line. Mm. And they're running the ball, chewing up that clock. Nice gain on second down there. Clock just ticking. Nice first down. You gotta love that. No punts. Just killing that clock. That was a. They pretty much knew that was coming. Yeah, the total's 44 and a half. A lot of people sweating this one. Kick the field goal, they're thinking. So this is going to take us down to the 2 minute. All right. Yep, there's a lot of people watching this kick. All the degenerates. Hell of a performance by the Chargers tonight. I didn't expect it to be this much of a blowout. I really thought it was going to be closer than this. Like I had accepted the fact that it could certainly be a 3 point game and we could end up with a half a point. right. Normally I don't like to count a victory a win until it's official, but this is official. They've brought in the they brought in the emergency quarterback. Max Brusmer. All right, got himself on the ledger. You gotta wonder if there's anybody out there sweating Brusmer props right now. Mm. 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 Tough schedule. Mm-hmm. Mm. Thielen. Yeah, they definitely got all the backups in now. You got some sickos out there, some degenerates out there that are sweating these props. Yeah. You want to get out of here without anybody getting hurt. There's no sense in you're done. Mm. All right. We got ourselves a winner. 1-0 to start week 8. Great way to start the week. A no sweat win is always fun. And that's the end of the Thursday Night Football watch party. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out tremendously. Follow me on X at Dead Money Sports, where I release the picks that I don't have on the stream. And be sure to join me on Saturday. We've already released the 5 picks. You can find that show, the NFL contest show for week 8 on YouTube. But we'll still have the pick selection show and the college football watch party on Saturday at 6 p.m. So be sure to join us there for that stream. And if you can't do that, join me on Monday night after the Monday Night Football game concludes for the Gambling Parlor late night at the lounge, where we discuss the results of the week and also the games we like for the upcoming schedule. Well, to everyone out there, thanks for joining me. I hope you had a good night, Thursday Night Football. Hopefully you've tailed on the Chargers and got yourself a winner.